Hello YouTube, this is Crosscheck and welcome once again to a very exciting video. Now today we're gonna be flying the Hornet, or well, at least we're gonna be doing the startup procedures. Now this is gonna be a quick startup procedure. Normally I see a lot of videos of the realistic startup procedures, but sometimes you want to join a server, join the game, and just start up the thing and get right into flying. Don't waste much time starting up. So in my experience, this is the fastest way to turn on the systems. Okay, let's jump right into the aircraft. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna turn on the radar to operational, then the INS to nav. Right now it's not fully modeled, so there is no alignment process. You can go straight to nav. Battery on, seat armed, this lever all the way up, APU on, oxygen on. We can close the canopy at this moment. Make sure the canopy is all the way closed. There we go. Now the APU should be on now. There we go. Crank right. While that is cranking, let's turn on the all the screens and the HUD. There we go. Over 20, we can press right shift and home, and there we go. The engine is spooling up. While we do that, we can go to the ground crew, tell them everything we want to rearm with, all the equipment we want to take, ordnance. We can select our livery and press OK to start that process. Also, we can go to ground crew and tell them to remove the wheel chocks that we're going to be having when we are spawning on the carrier. Now what we can do is start the engine crank left. We can stop these things from flashing. Press here on FCS-MC. Hold Y, aka Yankee, and press FCS, and then these things are gonna go into a test mode. And let's go to the FCS page over here. And now it's over 20 on the engine number 1, so we can click Alt, left Alt, and Home, and there we go. The engine is spooling. We have a lot of crosses over here in this window. We're gonna click on Reset. That is gonna reset all the warnings, and then we're gonna reset the trim with this little button over here. And we see after it sounded a little beeping, like beep beep beep. You heard a little bit before this moment. The stab should now show in 12, and if you're empty, you should be able to fly with 12, maybe even 14. But if you're really heavy, go for 18. That's a good number. Now, after setting the trim, we can put this on the HSI page in case we need to put a waypoint or whatever. This screen over here, let's turn it into the SA page. I think it's really valuable to have it right here. And this also happens to remind us that we need the IFF to be on and the data link to be on. We can go to the EW page over here, and we can turn on the RWR and turn on our dispensers. Once we're in the air, we're gonna turn on the, well, set the mode for the dispense, countermeasure dispense. Now we just make sure over here if we're launching from the carrier, we wanna have flaps full. If we're on the ground, well, we can go with half. Anti-skid should be off for the carrier, on for the airfield. We can turn on the landing lights. We can remove the parking brake, and we should be set. Next thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna click on the nose wheel steering button. So we have a high over here, and that means we can turn really cool. Now let's go and taxi to Cat 4. Okay, so now you're gonna see a little white box right there on the CAD. You need to put your main landing gear right there. So as you can see, that one is basically at the same level of that box to the right. So I'm just gonna align the pilot to that box. So right here is good. This should do it. Let's see. Let's extend the launch bar. Let's press U, aka uniform. It grabbed us, and now we see the thingy back there popping up. Now we can close or retract the launch bar, and let's extend our wings. Let's wait for the wings to extend. There we go. Now extended, full power, afterburners, hands off the HOTAS. Let's leave the aircraft do its thing. There he is, all by itself. Now I'm grabbing the HOTAS and gear up, flaps half. We got good speed, flaps auto, and that's pretty much it, boys. We can go and have some fun. Now, the countermeasures should be now be on standby. Just change it at least to semi-automatic, and then you can select this. You can click this button, and you'll have your chaffs and your flares. And if you click on the forward dispenser, you're gonna start. Oh well, you need to be armed as well, and then you can start popping up some flares and some chaffs. So that's pretty much it. It's quite fast, and you can be, well, ready for your mission. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Hope it was useful. Happy flying, happy landings. Cross check out.